Welcome to Football with Cheese. So it is trade deadline day in the NFL. So I am not working today, just in case something big happens. Probably not. It's definitely not like baseball trade deadline. I could talk for 5 minutes about why it's not a big deal and why there are not a lot of big trades, but I'm not going to do it, definitely not in this video. Before we get into it though, make sure you are subscribed and hit that bell. So, of course, the trade I want to talk about is Logan Wilson to the Cowboys for a 7th rounder. No, it's not. That's a meaningless trade. Hey, good job for the Bengals to get a 7th rounder out of the Cowboys. Logan Wilson's not going to save that horrific defense, Dallas. I mean, 7th rounders, I guess they're easy to trade for, but good move for the Bengals. Get what you can. He wanted out anyway. No, the trade I want to talk about is Jakobi Meyers to the Jaguars. And well, I think it's a good move for the Raiders and not a good move for the Jaguars. Yeah, they may surprise some of you. Let's talk about the Raiders first. He wanted out. The Raiders are a bad team. They're not going to be good anytime soon. They don't have a very good roster. They're in a better situation than, say, Tennessee or Miami. It's not that bad. There are some pieces like Brock Bowers, Jackson Powers-Johnson, Ashton Gianti, although they got to get him an offensive line. So there's some pieces in Las Vegas. But overall, it's a bad team. And Jakobi Meyers seems like he's wanted out for a long time. So who is Jakobi Meyers? Wide receiver, spent a lot of years in New England. Came over in 2023 as a free agent with the Raiders. And he's just good. He's dependable. He's not all that fast. He's not all that big. But he's smart. He can get open. He's, a solid number 2, a really good number 3. That's what he is. He's not going to run away from you. His career yards per catch is 11.6. That's all. He caught 87 balls for over 1,000 yards last year. Like I said, he's reliable. And everyone needs at least one reliable receiver that can just get open 3rd and 4, can get you 5 or 6 yards. That's who Jakobi Meyers is. And for a player that requested a trade that wants out, usually you don't get a lot for him. Getting a 4th and 6th round pick is a lot more than I expected. If you told me, say Pittsburgh had traded for Meyers, because that was rumored, and gave up a 5th next year and then a 7th the year after that, I would have thought, okay, that's about right. To give up a 4th and a 6th, that's a lot to give up. So good job, Raiders. That's a lot of draft capital. We've talked about this on many videos. It's not necessarily the picks, it's what you can do with them. It's draft capital. Those extra picks can help you maybe move up in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd round to target a certain player. Having more picks, getting a 4th and a 6th, really good job for the Raiders. And Jakobi Meyers, right in his prime. Like I said, the Raiders aren't going to be good for at least a few years. So get what you can for him. Good move for Las Vegas. Okay, Jacksonville. I just don't understand what they're doing. Okay, I know Travis Hunter is injured, and he's out for at least the next 3 games. Probably not much more than that from the reports. But you have Brian Thomas Jr., and you do have Travis Hunter, and for some reason they give Parker Washington a lot of targets. What happens when Travis Hunter comes back? Jakobi Meyers is probably just going to want out again because he's probably not going to get enough targets. I don't really understand this move for Jacksonville to give up a 4th and 6th round pick. Okay, Jaguars fans, if you're watching this, I've been accused of being a Jaguar hater. No, I'm a Jaguar realist. Let's just start with the good. The coaching staff has improved. The head coach is better than it's been since Tom Coughlin. The defensive coordinator, Anthony Campanile, big upgrade there. But they do not have a contending roster. And the main reason is the quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. I get the offensive line's not great. I get that Brian Thomas Jr. has not played like he did last year. He does not want to catch the ball over the middle. He's worried about getting hit. I get that. Unless you're moving Brian Thomas Jr., then that would make sense for this trade. I would have no problem with it. You obviously have to get probably a 1st round pick if you're moving Brian Thomas Jr. He's so talented. No one really talked about how good a season BTJ had as a rookie, mainly because Brock Bowers and Malik Neighbors just were so amazing. So kind of got lost in the shuffle. Lab McConkey as well. But if you're trading BTJ, I get it. Because then you have Travis Hunter and you have Jakobi Meyers and then, I guess, Parker Washington. But this is going to be a crowded room when Travis Hunter comes back. You used the second overall pick on a wide receiver. I know he plays corner as well, but he's got to get his targets. And you have BTJ, who was your first-round pick last year. So you've used draft capital, your last first 2-round picks, really 3, because they don't have a first-rounder next year. They gave it to Cleveland in the move-up. So you've used 3 first-round picks on wide receivers and a 4th and 6th for Jakobi Meyers. That's a lot of draft capital for the wide receiver position, and your quarterback is not having a good season. Your offensive line isn't very good. The defense has some pieces, but overall it's pretty much turnover dependent. When they force turnovers, the Jaguars can probably beat anybody. We saw what they did to the Chiefs, but when they don't force turnovers, it's not a good defense. So you're not a contender, Jacksonville. I know you want to think it. I know you want to make the playoffs, but giving up a 4th and 6 hurts your future. Like we said with the Raiders, it's not necessarily the players you get with the 4th and 6th round pick. I get it. Most 4th and 6th round picks don't end up being great players in the league, but it's really the draft capital, what you can do with them, having extra picks. So I don't like this move for Jacksonville. You're not going to beat the Colts in the division. It's just not happening. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Jaguars fans, Raiders fans, who do you think won this trade? I think the Raiders absolutely do. But if you know me, I always want to add draft capital. I think that's how you build teams through the draft. That is my philosophy. So I love this move for the Raiders. And I just want to say this as I wrap up the video. I started this channel this year, and it's been growing slow and steady, but the last week has been amazing. I literally have gained about 50 subscribers since Sunday. I'm getting a lot more comments in the videos. I'm getting a lot more subscribers on X. It's just taken off, and it's thanks to all of you guys, friends, family, and just all the subscribers. It's just really started to take off, and I really appreciate that. Please share this with anyone who loves football. I cover all 32 teams on this channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Then I can start getting monetized. Eventually, I want to do this full time. So I really appreciate all your support. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. Comments help, subscriptions, all of that. Like I said, share this with anyone who loves football. It's not just the NFL. I cover some college football as well, especially playoff time. And of course, obviously the NFL draft, big focus. I do 10 or 12 videos a week in April. If you have not, make sure you check these videos out. And I'll see you in the next one.